Hello, my name is Lara from Raznameh group, and today I'm going to talk about microservices. Microservices are both an architecture and an approach to writing software. With microservices, one application is separated into different components which are independent from one another. And unlike the monolithic traditional approach, where everything is put into one single piece, microservices separate different components which work together to accomplish the same tasks. Each component is called a microservice. This approach to software development values granularity, being lightweight, and the possibility to share different processes across multiple applications. And microservices enable faster delivery and scaling for large applications. And the idea behind it is to split one application into different components which can be deployed independently. Microservices have many advantages. For example, applications can be ready for market faster because development cycles are shortened. And another advantage is that they are highly scalable because applications can be deployed across multiple servers and infrastructures to meet your needs. Another advantage is that applications are more resilient because microservices, when constructed properly, do not impact one another, which means that if one piece fails, the entire app doesn't go down. Another advantage is that applications based on microservices are smaller and more modular than the traditional monolithic applications, and so they eliminate the problems that may arise with deployment. So when you coordinate more, because this approach requires more coordination, you don't need to change the entire application, you just need to change the part that you want to change or modify. Another advantage is that microservices make applications more accessible because the large application is broken down into different parts. Developers can more easily modify, enhance and update these parts without modifying the entire application, and this results in faster development cycles. And the last advantage is that they are more open, which means that developers can choose the best languages and technology to use to meet their needs. And developers, because microservices are easier to understand for developers, they become more productive more quickly. Microservices present also challenges. Some challenges, for example, are related to building, which means that you have to be aware of the dependencies between your different microservices, and you have to be aware that one build, one microservice can have an impact on other microservices. So you have to be aware of the dependencies between them. Another challenge is related to testing, because integration testing and end-to-end testing can become more difficult but also more important. You have to understand that depending on the architecture, one failure in one part can have an impact on other parts. Other challenges are related to versioning, so you have to be aware that when you update one part, you may create an effect on other parts on the backward compatibility. So this can have an impact. Another challenge is related to logging, and you have to create a centralized log to bring everything together, and a centralized view as well to identify possible problems that may arise. And there are also problems related to connectivity. So you have to understand if your service discovery is integrated or centralized. There are some occasions in which you may want to use microservices. For example, when you want your application, your traditional monolithic application, to accommodate scalability, manageability, and delivery speed. When you want your application to be developed in today's programming languages or technologies to keep up with modern day business requirements and solutions. When your applications is application or modules as well are used across different channels, for example, logging services or registration or search options. And if you want to develop an agile, highly agile application, which requires swift speed of delivery, innovation, and so on and so forth. But there are also occasions in which you may not want to use microservices. Three of these occasions are, for example, when your company doesn't deal with complex issues and doesn't have a structure to deal with the complexity of microservices. When your company doesn't have a team size that can handle the complexities of microservices, and when your application does not require to be broken down into components. As a matter of fact, there are applications that don't require to be broken down into different pieces because they are simple in nature and functionality. Here is Lara and Raznameh Group, and we will help you identify your needs and implement digital transformation in your company. I thank you for your attention and I look forward to your calls.